There goes another clip. Nova, Nova, Nova. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Hey, Meryl. Hey, Lori. Hey, Virginia. Hey, Renee. Hi, B Young. Hi, Karen. Bonjour. Oh, it's a very cloudy and stormy day. It's perfect for a grab your favorite soup or your favorite like hot beverage and just watch the rain come down. It's going to be a pretty day. I like days like this. Although I do have a headache because I could feel the storm system pushing in. It's not as intense as it was yesterday because the storm's here. So I'm always happy when the storm actually comes because it's like it gives me a little bit of relief from my head. Good morning, Christine. So yeah, there's that. I am picking up rivets right now that my dog decided to chew through the package. So I'm picking up the rivets and putting them up. Um, yeah, and I think I'm going to hang out with my friend Monica again today, and we're going to continue to test the bag for Ora Rosa. It is a gorgeous bag. I think it's number 12 or 13 in her collection, which she should be insanely proud of herself. That is crazy. It's just so crazy that someone can create that many patterns. Like that is a nice body of work. It just shows you what kind of designer they are. Um, so we're doing that, and so far so good. I really love the pattern, but you guys already know I love Laura Rosa. Alexis like gives you like an education and she just teaches you new stuff. So whenever I get her pattern, it's like a puppy wagging its tail. So I get the pattern, I automatically get two things. And I suggest these things to other people. One, post-it notes that have like the arrow symbol, like you can write on them, but they'll have like a little tag to point to pages, and two, a highlighter. So I highlight areas that I think is difficult for me. So that way I could try to possibly translate it a little bit differently than she does, use different verbiage. So that way it may come across easier for you. That's really important to me as a content creator, is that I want to be able to help you walk through the steps that you might find more difficult. Whenever I get a pattern like this, I get a highlighter. So I'll highlight all the areas that I think are complex, or my dyslexia has to go and read it like 3 to 4 times for me to comprehend it. And when I say I'm reading 3 to 4 times, I am not joshing you. I am like have the pages to my face and I'm just like, what can I do to understand this? And there's always parts like that I have. So then my next thing I like to tell people to do is get the post-it notes that have arrows. I have them, and if you ever see me hold up patterns like a pattern book, you'll see little things. This will be like there'll be notes on here saying when the lining starts, or different pockets, or pull back your threads. They're little arrows that I put on each one of the patterns pieces, I mean the pattern packets, so that way I can pay extra attention to these areas. Or if I know my pinpoint to stop, like I like to stop, I like to make the exterior, then stop sometimes and make the lining and complete the bag the next day. Similar how we do it on Patreon. I like to break up because it's easier that way. And if I want to change threads or something like that, then it just looks, more a little bit more professional. So the little arrow post-its on my help me out so much. Or like this part's going to be a little tricky here, or you need to fold back this part on the lining. It's just something that arrow is indicating something very important. So highlighting is where an area where I have to read several times because I'm not under comprehending it. And then the arrow is just indication. This is a very important step, make or break your bag. That's my hair. It's my hair. It's a weird question to ask. Black women's hair, it's a very touchy subject. So I know it might be a troll question. So if it's not a troll question, it's a very obviously I'm a person of color. So our hair is very something that is sacred to us and we're sensitive about. So I'll just drop that little bit of nugget and we can move on. Hey Shannon. Hey Rosemary. Yeah, I know, Dawn, you're right. It's actually I don't ever tie my hair in a hair tie more than twice. I've never found a hair tie, so this is only once, and it's pulled all the way down to, like, towards the middle and the back of my crown, so there's not a lot of tension. It's just not releasing the full fro. That's all it's not doing. There's not a lot of tension, so I totally appreciate that, though, and you're right. It's something that I don't do, and I it's kind of like the nature side. I can't tie my hair with 2. Like, anyone that has seen me in person will be like, "Yeah, Shinova can't hold her hair. I can't hold all my hair in one hand, so there's no way for me to tie my hair twice, so it's only once ever. That's it." And that sometimes is too much tension. Most of the time, my hair is down and in a bonnet or in, like, a silk beanie or something. Good morning, good morning. Oh, it's slow? Yeah, it could be the weather out here. It's Freddy Krueger weather. It's like Friday the 13th, Jason is coming with the mask, breathing hard weather. I'm looking for machetes. So yeah, so I the test went really, really well yesterday. It was fun. So went Monica, she did not get to finish her bag, and I'm going to make a second one before I film one. And I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland today. And I don't know if people know that that is like one of my favorite bags to make. Every time I make an Alice in Wonderland bag, it sells. People love Atlas. They, like, wanna go down that looking glass, they wanna drink those potions and, like, smoke weed with the what is his name? What is the caterpillar's name? Something with an A. I always forget his name. I don't forget his name when I'm reading it, and I wanna say Apsa, but I know it's not that. Um, but yeah, I know people because Alice in Wonderland is very dark, and the older you get, you're like, "Why did they?" Yes, thank you. Absalom. You don't the older you get, you wanna know why your parents and Disney thought it was okay to put this series in front of you because it is seriously messed up. But it's so good. It is so good. I love that world. If I was able to go through any Disney movie, any Disney cartoon movie or live action, because that's been their kick for the last 10, 20 years, it would be Alice in Wonderland because I just love how everything's backwards and just I don't know. I'm one of those people that when there's chaos, I kinda thrive in it in a weird way. I don't know why. I'm like that person that weirdly gets happy when you put, like, a time constraint on me, like, that pressure makes my heart race. I don't know what it's called, but I guess maybe it's an adrenaline junkie of some sort. But yes, I would wanna go through the looking glass just to see all the characters and see if I was behind the scenes or if I was an acting character. I don't know. I just feel like it's a really cool place to go out of the Disney characters. I wouldn't want to go through Snow White. What am I going to do? Watch this lady die and then just weirdly get kissed and groped by a man she's never met? I mean, I don't know. Like, most of the Disney princess movies in with some kind of bombastic side eye a little bit. If I was to do a Disney princess movie, it would either be Frozen or Moana or Brave. I love Merida. Like, she was the first one that was like, "I could fight for my own hand in marriage." I was like, "She's dope. I can hang with her." I'll be afraid of the bear. But, I digress. You're working on an Alice bag right now, right? Look, and I think here, let me show you this fabric. My friend sent it to me from Japan. I've been sitting on this fabric. It's actually like linen, so I'm gonna have to like I seam it first. It's from Japan. Let me see if they have anything on the salvage. It's linen. It's Miko. I'm gonna mess this out. Kawuchi, Kawagachi, presented but it's a Japanese line called K Fabrics made in Japan. But like the characters are super pretty. Okay, hold on, let me see. I'm sorry that it could be the weather. I'm sorry that's so pixelated, guys. So there's different scenes. I'm sorry, this is not Alice in Wonderland. This is Wizard of Oz, but I have the Alice in Wonderland one as well. So I'm either doing Wizard of Oz or Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland's the same line as this. The person gave me this fabric like 5 years ago, and I have Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Sleeping Beauty, Rumpelstiltskin, and there's one more. It was a collection of 5. I know. So this one's the Wizard of Oz. I haven't. I'm looking at the. I need to pull out the Alice in Wonderland, but I'm really excited about this. I might go Wizard of Oz. I don't know. Only reason I wanted to go because I have really cute hardware for both, but I don't know. Oh, well, that makes sense. Probably why my brain's been so discombobulated this whole past week. Solar flare. Do do you do Jack and Sally? Yeah, all the time. That's one of my favorite movies, cartoon movies is Nightmare Before Christmas. So anything with it. I want to get a really cute tattoo of me and Kendall as Jack and Sally, but I want the mountain to be Oogie Boogie. Oh my god. That's like one of my dream tattoos. I have like dream tattoos for my kids for me and I also want one of those new tattoos that look like they're stitches like threading stitches, like a whip stitch. Yeah, I'm all about that. Yeah. Oh, that would be very pretty. Yeah, her red glitter is beautiful to work with. I every time I worked with it, I did the poison apple with it and I thought it was going to be super sticky and it wasn't. I was actually quite surprised because every glitter I've ever worked with makes me hate it no matter if it's on a domestic or an industrial. Like the stickiness of those things are just ridiculous. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, I love that at Tiffany. I think that's a great tattoo to have. Like I have like yeah. But yes, I do Jack Skeleton and Sally bags all the time. I have yes, the embroidery stitch tattoos. They're just like I keep seeing them and I'm like, "Oh, that is so cute and why not do something that, means something to me." Um so it's okay. My fourth tattoo that I want. I only have one right now. So you guys heard I want to have the Jack Skeleton and Sally for me and Kendall. For my kids, I want to have the Harry Potter always. I want to have Hope, Faith, and Kendall's name, and then the middle Mabry as the wand. So those are my 3 children's name, and that will be my third tattoo. For my fourth tattoo, my mom is going to kill me. She's absolutely kill me. But if you know me, you know that it's Supernatural. I have watched Supernatural so many times, it's not even funny. I wanted to put the mark of Cain either on my left forearm or on the left part of my chest area, really small. And she was like, if you get that, I am going to destroy you. I will rip you apart. And it'll be, it's just something that when I seen it, I've always wanted to get a supernatural one. And everyone gets the anti-demon possession needle. So that whereas or the anti-angel one. So I was like, what don't I really see out there? And I don't see the mark of Cain. So yes. I also want to get the Camp Novi sewing machine tattoo somewhere on my ankle or somewhere cool, like maybe like right here. I know. Right, Shannon? Be like, at least I got it. And I just think red because I'm really pale. If you guys are going to the Wizardry Stitchery or the North Carolina one, or if you met me in person, you can attest to how like pale I am. So I thought the red mark a cane, and if they can make it look like it's risen, like with the shadowing effect will look amazing on my skin complexion because it's going to shine through. Like it's going to be noticeable. So that's what I want. Let's see what happens this year. If anything, I would like to get definitely Jack and Sally with Oogie Boogie for me and my husband. I think that just would be really cool because he knows how much I love it, and I don't know, our characters are actually quite the opposite. It's funny, he's more Sally and I'm more Jack, but the fact is that we were meant to be. So that's what the tattoo would be. And then definitely then the Deathly Hollows of my children's names. Luckily, I only have 3. So in the middle, I haven't decided on what wand. That's the only reason why I didn't do it. I know everybody wants the Elder Wand, but I wanted something that a wand that really spoke to me, and there's a couple wands that I like. Like, I like Hagrid's wand a lot. Like, Hagrid to me kinda reminds me of my family, especially my son. So I was trying to see if they were able to do his umbrella wand and then put Mabry in, like, the curve of the handle. So we shall see. My hardest part is I can't figure out the wand that I want in the middle of Mabry. That's it. I think of these themes all day. This is all I do. And ironically enough, my husband doesn't have any, but he said that he liked my Harry Potter kids name one so much that whatever one I get, he's gonna get a duplicate of because it is the coolest thing because my son's name is the longest name and Hope and Faith are almost equal, just off by one letter. So they're gonna be the sides of the pyramid. It should come out by the end of this month. It should. So without any delays, and so far I don't think there's been any delays. It is a good pattern. I think Alexa's she brought something that was different. It's not like any shape she has in her collection. It's not like any bag she had in her collection. And I guess to some people it wouldn't be something that she would have in her collection, but in true Alexa's fashion, she made something that can be simplistic into art, and I'm really excited for everyone to see it. I finished one bag. So I finished one bag while I was on the talking to Monica, and I plan on making another bag today. And then I'll film. I'm gonna film the video tomorrow, sometime next week because the next following week I have Wizardly Stitchery. I'm really excited about this and nervous because it's like I feel like I'm going to camp and I'm really kind of excited about that, but like nervous, like good nerves. Like I told you, when I get like the butterflies, it's a good thing. It means that I'm excited. It's it's exciting, right? And then there's so many cool things. I just You guys don't even know, like, Melissa is she could be Santa Claus. Here's the thing, she'll go in the group and she'll show stuff, like, exclusive thing that are happening just for this, camp. Like, Lauren and her worked on a collaboration with something that's gonna be exclusively to the people that are going to the camp. When I seen it, I literally was dancing in my seat, like, excited because Lauren is a great a fantastic designer, and the fact that she could like freehand draw some stuff when you're like, "What? You can do okay, side eye because you can sew well and you can paint." Whatever. Sure. So then Melissa does her spins on things, and it's just crazy. She's painting so much detail. Like when I say detail, she's cutting out like class kits already. And she's taking all the work that people don't necessarily like to do before hand and putting it together. She's like kind of teasing us with like mills that she's prepped, and I guess she's sampling for herself. I'm just like, I'm going to be fed. I get to sew and I get to be around other sewists. This is the best Mother's Day gift I could possibly give myself. I am so excited. Like it's camping for sewists. Like just picture little version of you going to camp. And let's say you were a sewist back then. Wouldn't it have been awesome to go to camp where all you do is sew? Bags. You're gonna see Shannon. You're gonna see Lauren. You're gonna see Lynn's maid. And I forgot the other beautiful person. I think she makes clothes, will be there, and then you get to see me, and then we all get to hang out, and then there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and I've been wanting to go to this thing because my friend Ingrid, when she would show pictures of her at these events, like, with the candies and all that stuff, I was like, "I secretly hate you, I really wanna go to this." And now that get the privilege to go, I'm beyond thrilled. Like, this is 2024 has been an amazingly blessed year for me, and I don't know how 2025 can even top this year. It's just been left, right, cool stuff happening, and I am really excited. I know, so many awesome people. Yeah, Ingrid is amazing. She's the one that actually told me to apply to be a teacher. I wasn't going to apply. I was just gonna try to get a spot to go, and she was very adamant. She was like, "You should go to be a teacher," and because of her, I had the courage to do it because I wasn't gonna do it. For me, I'm always trying to feel like I have to prove myself, so I feel like I don't know, like, I'm nobody in the fabric world, so it takes sometimes a friend to nudge you in a different direction because they see something in you that you don't see in yourself. Yeah. Uh, you never know, maybe Kelly, you know what would be awesome is maybe, ask her in an email or something saying, "Hey, do you think it's possible in future if there's a way to have this with children?" She it may have never been something she thought of, and she may think of something different. What if she expands her horizon and she does that in the future? So, you never know. I always tell people that if it I understand what it's like to have small children and not being able to go away with because daycare or people watching, whatever. And I would just reach out to Melissa, and you never know, she might think of something like that in the future where children can be there. You never know. Yeah, imposter syndrome is super real and super scary. I was actually talking to one of my friends about it that I feel like sometimes when I'm sewing a bag, and this is real talk, when I'm sewing a bag, sometimes I feel like I have to try to beat everybody because I feel like that my bags are not good enough. So I have to beat myself. I have to beat everybody, but everybody's me. I have to beat the last bag I made. I have to make this bag more creative than the other bag that I made. I have to make sure the stitches are more perfect than the other stitches I made in the other bag. I have to make sure that I'm better than the last bag. And it's a weird amount of pressure to put on yourself, but I feel like I said, it's like Shannon said, imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm never enough. So people that don't feel like they're enough are either going to go into like an anxiety and depression and kind of hide, or so you can get someone that has anxiety and depression and trying to prove themselves to absolutely nobody except themselves. And they're never good enough for themselves. So we all have our vices. Like I said, there are superhero powers in the sewing community, and we all also have our weaknesses. And our weaknesses doesn't necessarily make us a bad person or less than. It just means that you are aware of what your problem is and you're currently working on it. So just think of it that way. I know. Yeah, the struggle is real for East Coast retreats. It's kind of hard. Yeah, you especially I know because you guys are seeing a lot of stuff happening out in Cali and the Vegas area. It is a little bit difficult to find retreats here on the East Coast, but you never know if you see somebody like let's say you see Melissa from Wizardry Stitchery and you're like, "Hey, if enough people like vie out and say, 'Hey, we would love something on the East Coast,' would that be something that consider?" Or if there's another person that you like that has a portable like kind of retreat kind of thing, ask. You never know. You don't know. No, closed mouths don't get fed, and it might be something even if that person doesn't know it, they may know someone in the sewing community that's been vying to have their own retreat, and they can help educate them into creating a retreat. There is, retreat, Sandra's, from Sewing Room Gardener, she's in North Carolina. I have a retreat with her in June called Treat Yourself. I do know that Mojo Sews says that eventually she's hoping to hold classes, and I told her straight out, I would love to do a retreat, and she's in, PA, so You never know what's gonna happen in the future, but now that COVID is kind of in the rearview mirror, it's still there when you glance in the rearview mirror. It's still there if someone coughs on an airplane, we all are looking at them like, "Why are you coughing on the airplane?" But it's not as, in our face as it was a few years ago. So you might see in 2025 a lot more people opening up the doors to different retreats, so we all can enjoy them, you know? Thank you, Rosemary. Yeah, it's really hard. I feel like it's very hard. And Shannon, you're in a Texas is difficult. I feel like Texas is very difficult because you're in like the biggest state. So for you to drive to where that's not in Texas is a huge feat. Like that's a huge thing. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you try to it's frustrating trying to overcome certain things that you have against yourself. It's I think it's just part of our process. It's part of like everybody that I know that is an artist, whether they're a painter or they are drawing cartoons for a comic book, they all have imposter syndrome. They all have self-doubt. They all feel weak at moments and they feel like it's just I think it's just part of what we have to go through as an artist to get to the next level. I have sewing strengths, like I told you, my sewing superpower is top stitching. It's a weird superpower because I don't even have to, like, really watch that, and I think I'm really good with color theory, with mixing and matching fabrics. That's those are my super strengths, but I have weaknesses. I hate I hate trimming. I hate and it's very important. So again, if you read Aura Rosa's patterns, like in almost every step, she has you trimming. And like when I'm testing, I have to put arrows by the areas that says trim because I know for a fact I won't. Like, and it's not because I have a industrial because I did it with my domestic too. I hate trimming. I know it makes the bag, but everyone has something. Um everyone has something, and this is why I say the reason why I have arrows and highlighters is on my things is because it helps me stay focused and continue on to what I was supposed to do. Oof. Ooh, yeah. That's far. It's far. You're flying this time. Yeah, I'm flying into Dallas and then I rent a car. I'm flying into Dallas. I'll be there on Wednesday. I'm spending the night in Dallas. I rented a car so that way I could pick up one other person from the airport, and to drive out there to be there before noon. Yeah, color theory is weird. See, as a kid, I'm that person that as a very young little Nova, I like polka dots and I love mixing it with bright, bold colors or very dark and nothing neutral, right? I am that person that tries to make stripes and polka dots mixed together. So I feel like it's your individual fashion choices, and that's why I am that person that watches the Met Gala or watches the runway because what we watch on the runway are what people are looking for in the bags we have today. Like last season, it was really big to have faux fur or for faux fur bags. And I sold a couple of faux fur bags because people seen them on the runway and therefore they were looking for something that was similar. So I feel like there is a lot of education out there for our bag making community that we do not like cap on. Like looking at just watching a fashion show, it can be incredibly boring, but you might catch something in your eye that you might be like, wait, this may be a awesome handbag, or this may be a cool cargo bag, or let me pick this color. There's so many things that you can do. The Juicy Couture bag that I made from the Minerva bag for bag stock, the reason why I made it is because Juicy Couture made its presence again on the fashion runway that fall, and they brought back the juicy pants, and I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, I know about that." My mom, everybody wore those pants. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make me a juicy bag." And so I did it that way. So have fun and look at things. Look at the most craziest fashion trends because they're trending in the bag making world. Um, Especially if you're even if you like nerdy stuff, go look at the trailer for Acolytes. Go look at Disney cartoons, whatever. By doing something, you might be able to start sketching or putting things together in your head to create your next bag. Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely PM me, let me know. You love checkers. Yeah. I like checker packer. I like oh, someone had I don't know where I seen it, and it's probably in one of my testing groups, but I'm not giving anything away by saying this. One of these testing people had a houndstooth, and there were cats. The houndstooths were cats, and I'm like, I've been scouring trying to find something that like, can I find a houndstooth like with a hound dog? Like, it was the cutest thing. It was so it like I had to look twice. Like the first time I looked, I was like, "That is the weirdest houndstooth print, right? I seen." And then I was like, "Let me look at it again." And then that the third time is when it hit me when I seen the eyeballs. I was like, "Oh my god, it's a cat." It kind of looks like Bluey a little bit, but it's a cat, not a dog. So it was. Then it made me think, what if someone makes a houndstooth print that was Bluey, Bluey's face? It would be first of all, I think that fabric will go mad crazy, right? So anyone that takes it, just give me credit, okay? So I was like, um, I don't know. I just that's off of watching one print, my mind just started skyrocketing into different things. So that's why I watch fashion, and that's why I even watch kids' cartoons. So I can't watch Bluey because my kids get really emotional about it, and if I see my kids' tears start welling up, it makes me immediately cry like Niagara River. So I'm like looking away, trying to have my eyeballs all wide. I don't know. So I can't watch it because it kind of reminds me of This Is Us. Like, this show will make you cry, will make you have induced emotions. I don't want that. That's why I watch shows that either make me think outside the box, like a thriller of some sort, or a murder mystery, and or like a cop show of some sort, or like something supernatural, like Supernatural. Like, even that, there's been episodes of Supernatural where I'm sitting here hyperventilating, crying with like booger bubbles. I guess I'm more emotional than I say. You drove trucks. Yeah, Christine's the truckaholic. You seen the Count's house? Isn't that cute? Wouldn't it be cute if it was Bluey? Like, if they did it just like they could do each family member's color in separate prints, but it would be a very cute print. Okay, all right. Bat's tooth? No, I have not seen that. That sounds really cute too. They have a very cutie houndstooth. I mean, I'm saying, and houndstooth has been like, look, just go look at the fashion. Look at the Met Gala. You could see that there was a lot more neutral and skin colors in bags and in attire. So maybe that might be something that you want to dabble into. Make your next bag all neutral, like all one color, the inside and the outside, and see how well it does for you for selling it. Okay, I'm gonna look for that. That's tooth fabric. But yeah, the cat one, I didn't notice the eyes like the first 2 times. I kid you not. I was like, "Huh, what is about this? What is this is pulling me in." So I mean, just saying like different things like that. And then if you don't find fabrics that you like, you can go to like Spoonflower, or there's like a lot of places on Facebook where people will take your seamless file that you create or whatever, and translate it onto fabric. So go for it. Have fun. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off, start cutting out. We'll go get the print real quick and then start cutting out and see if I'm going to put like applique mushrooms or something on there. I haven't decided yet. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope everyone has a really good day. Remember, tomorrow's sleep in Saturday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.